Next up on the next pandemic virus is Ebola. In the spillover database, Ebola is listed as number 3 in its risk of spilling over from animals to humans. And that's because we know it can spill over from animal to humans. It was first described in 1976 and named Ebola after the river that it was described on, the Ebola River. And since then, there have been many outbreaks over the years in mostly African countries, the worst of which was Senegal in West Africa between 2014 and 2016, when 14,000 people were infected at least, and 4,000 at least died from it. Most outbreaks have been a few hundred people or just one or two. The CDC actually has a good list of the different outbreaks in the different countries, how many people caught it, how many people died from it, etc. Ebola is thought to have come from, you guessed it, a fruit bat, though it can be spread by great apes, by monkeys, by antelopes, by porcupines, and unfortunately human to human. Because it has jumped from animal to human and human to human so often, it's a high-risk virus. It's also quite a nasty virus because it causes a quite high fever and internal and external bleeding at its later stages. And that's how it spreads, through the bodily fluids, vomiting, diarrhea, bleeding. That also makes it insidious, because the way it spreads is usually to the caretaker of the person who's sick from it. And in nations with very poor medical infrastructure, that means family, friends, and loved ones. Can it be the next global pandemic? Well, of course. With viruses, nothing is impossible. But not likely, because it only spreads symptomatically when you have symptoms, and only through bodily fluids that you have to be exposed to. So it's relatively simple to contain if you have the right medical infrastructure. That's why bringing patients over from Africa to the US for care was not a danger to Americans. But like I said, it's a pretty nasty disease. It kills anywhere from 40 to 90% of the people it affects, depending on how much care they get, etc. So Ebola definitely will cause new outbreaks. It has many times before. It's definitely jumped from animals to humans many times before. It will do so again. Hopefully not ever become a pandemic.